kind of going back to that story before about the judge being arrested in Wisconsin last week, I was very shaken up by that. I mean, the precedent that that sets as far as, Donald Trump being able to say, like, basically, hey, if you don't comply with my demands, if you don't do as I tell you to do, the FBI is going to essentially act as what his new secret police. He's just going to send them wherever he wants to and just have judges arrested. That really like shook me up because it feels to me more like a harbinger of things to come rather than just an isolated story. But you're a part of the legal system here in America. Like, what was your like reaction to seeing something like that happen?
I mean, it was so deeply disturbing, so jarring.
Yeah,
This really is like these attacks on judges that started long before he took office. He's been attacking judges verbally in the press for a long
yeah,
time. Even when he had a pending sentencing, he couldn't stop himself from attacking Judge Merchan, who I appear in front of, in New York criminal court house
right.
and Supreme. Um, but like an independent judiciary is essential to maintaining a democracy. There is no democracy without that. Like, this is straight out of an authoritarian playbook. And it is so deeply scary to think about a time when judges would be actually intimidated from doing their jobs
Yeah,
when, because the president is literally threatening to have them arrested. It's unbelievable. Judicial independence being under attack in this way is so scary.
yeah. No, I mean, I feel like when I was having these conversations with people in the past, they would always say things like, "Oh, there's some of the stuff that's said about Trump is kind of an exaggeration," or like people say this about him in the media, but then it's never really as bad as it seems. Like all of that is completely gone. All of that's completely gone. It's actually a lot worse than what it seems. I mean, the kind of like the decline that we are seeing at the rate that we are seeing it right now is beyond anything that even I anticipated when I saw that he got elected again last November. I mean, I thought that he would go more authoritarian. I didn't think it would be this much this fast. It is unbelievable just how quickly he has kind of essentially ushered in this era of I'm going to be a dictator. I mean, I know that he said that. I mean, I'm not saying like that we should have known that was coming, but I mean, I guess in my wildest dreams, I never thought he would just like go this far this quickly,
Oh
sending
gosh, I
U.S.
guess you didn't
citizens.
read you didn't read Project 2025.
I no, I saw it. I
I
guess I'm just
downloaded it, I
I'm
read
just
it. I was
shocked
like
that it happened this
combing through it and
fast.
I was like, "Oh, this is the playbook and this is
Yeah,
what's going to happen." And people, as usual, said I was being hyperbolic, said
yeah,
I was overreacting, I was exaggerating. And that's,
right.
so often the way in which we get gaslit as Democrats when we try to call out the heinous acts of Republicans. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're really overreact. Nothing like that is actually going to happen. They're not actually trying to overturn Roe v. Wade. That's ridiculous." I mean, how many
Oh
times did
God.
I get told that? And I was like, that is exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just
No,
wild.
no, it's very scary right now. And seeing, recently how there are American citizens now being deported. We saw that news kind of come over the last few days. That absolutely like shook me up, like even more, especially some of these children are, have cancer, they're being deported out of the country. There are children now having to represent themselves in courtrooms. I've been
Yeah.
seeing videos of that circling around right now. I just don't know how you could even I guess, downplay what's going on right now. I also don't know how people are just like idly standing by and not paying attention more to the news right now. It seems like too many people are treating this as like another like a regular news cycle when it's anything but that.
Well, and I think that that's like circling back to why even us being on Substack having this conversation is so important. And by the way,
Yeah,
everyone who's watching us, thank you for being here. And go to the top, click the three dots, make sure you're following, subscribe to both of us because
yeah,
we're able to have these conversations that the media is not having because you are here because of a platform like this that enables us to do that
yeah.
without kind of being subjected to algorithms or the oversight. I mean, the 60 Minutes
Censorship.
thing that happened last night was just absolutely floored me as well, which,
Yeah,
a lot of people are unsubscribing to Paramount Plus now because they're like, well, if Trump is going to come after us, we have to kind of tamp down what we say. And that
right.
means our media is no longer independent. And so us being on Substack and having these conversations is just more critical than ever. And we can only do that when you all are following us and subscribe to us. So please make sure that you are subscribed to both of us. Um, But yeah, it is so scary. It is a scary, scary time. And I worry about the way in which some of this stuff is being covered by the media because I think
Yeah.
sometimes it's downplayed and they normalize it or they make it seem like Trump is just, oh, this is not that serious or that's not that serious. And they legitimize him when the reality is like, none of this is normal. This is not okay. We have to be talking about it like the urgent crisis that it is.
Yes. No, absolutely.